Hunter Biden beats this case one way, okay? And it's almost jury nullification, meaning they just take the case away from the facts. And it's going to be based on sympathy for his addiction. That there are a lot of people on that jury who are going to say, look, I have an addict in my life. He probably didn't believe he was an addict. He was living in denial. And this isn't the kind of crack addict that we don't want having weapons. It's not like he used it to steal money for his addiction or anything like that. I don't think this is worth what's happening. You seem to have a much harsher appraisal of him as an addict. You keep beating him up on social media about being a junkie and a derelict. Why? Why aren't you, Captain Compassion,
and a whoremonger,
more understanding about his addiction? And a whoremonger, yes. Not you. Because that's what you're calling. That's what you're calling Hunter.
I appreciate that. First of all, I don't think that. I think he's going to beat the case. I think he's going to be acquitted. At worst, it'll be a hung jury, and it won't be sympathy for him, the devil. It will be sympathy for his family and his mom. His mom going off to Normandy and flying back and doing the commute back and forth so she could be in court, and the Biden family rallying around him and appearing in court. And so the jury knew they were so obvious, their presence, that the prosecutor referenced them. He had to, because that urban jury in Wilmington is going to give him a get out of jail free card. Now, I'm not going to waste my anger or my sense of self-righteousness and say he's not deserving of the pity and the sympathy. He's irrelevant. What to me the headline was, the noble Biden family unites. They go to court in all of their pain, all of their, the weaknesses are exposed. Poor Hallie, the widow of Beau, and then the lover of this dirtbag who got her into crack cocaine. And, to see them all there, to see his daughter, his adult daughter, I think her name is Naomi, she's in court and she's being asked these awful, visceral questions. And then, about her using, or her dad using, and he's on the hood of a car and he's waiting for Mookie to come by. To me, I love them. I was overwhelmed with compassion for the Biden family. The fact that he is an undeserving recipient of that abundant love is just one of those things, Chris.
Why is he undeserving?
Because, I used plenty of drugs in my long years. Never cocaine, but I used plenty of the ecstasy and those kinds of things over the years. Remember, I'm a child of the Studio 54 and the 70s and all that. I know when you have free will. I know when you're having a good time, and when you're in extremis. This guy was coasting. You look at those videos, he's laughing, he's totally compos mentis. He's the cock of the walk, and he's got plenty of shots of that, by the way, in his videos and so forth. He just, why? And I feel so badly for his parents. I feel so badly for them, and I keep coming back to that, because every family at some point along the line has been touched. And that's why another reason he's going to beat this case is that jury, 6 men, 6 women, mostly black, mostly from the urban area of Wilmington, where Biden got over 60% of the vote, enormously sympathetic to the Biden family because of their own, their own tumult, their own pain and agony over the years, their own anguish. They look at the prosecutor and say, why are you bringing this case? This is a case that's never brought. Bringing a case about a guy who makes an X on an application. When was the last time? I asked the federal special prosecutor, when was the last time the federal government brought a case of this nature when there was not another crime committed once the weapon was bought? This is a guy that I don't even know if he ever took the weapon out of the box. 11 days he had, and then his poor ex has to throw it in a supermarket dumpster. Ridiculous. But he's the architect of their misery. It's not the state. It's Hunter. Hunter is the one that dragged down his family. He's the one that put them through the anguish. He's the one that hit on his brother's widow. You know, I have contempt for him, but I love the family so much. I will applaud the acquittal, or at least I'll have a sense of, well, at least they're not being hurt anymore.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of NewsNation's fact-driven coverage.